So this is the time of the Messiahs. Now, in case you'd missed it, look at the story of when Christ arrived. There were Messiahs everywhere. There's a great documentary about making the life of Brian. It's pretty interesting. He of great robbing of farms. Our friend shall lose a friend's hammer. That scene with all the Messiahs, that's where you are living. You are surrounded by Messiahs. People giving you messages desperately through their own experience. You've got to choose one. This should have happened at the turn of the Millenium. It's not an arbitrary date by any means. But because they turned the quantum computers on then, and all that Millennium bug nonsense, it didn't happen, it was suppressed. And we had 9/11, and we had all the disasters that have unfolded ever since that time. Should have been the Messiahs. Choose a Messiah, choose a new story every 1,000 years. And that's been suppressed for these last 22, as it turns out, pretty God-forsaken years. But God has now returned everywhere. So just choose your messenger, choose your Messiah, look at the messages and believe that information. So just choose it. Normally what happens with the Messiahs is that the Messiah leaves the message, it's very clear, lots of people understand it. The Messiah dies, and narcissism raises its head and starts fighting over what it actually means. And what they mean is, what does it mean for me? Not what does it mean for you, which is what the message is. That's why it's always going to get distorted in religions. So this is the reset time. It's now. You've left it too late. We could have had 20 years to be evolving and getting ready for the arrival of the pulsar to put it into orbit. Now you might only have days. Could be. Could be true. The moon is an illusion. There's a mathematical model that proves that that might be true. And I believe it. I believe it much more than I believe the lies of science, because I proved it for myself. Now, if you want to have that message and have a look at it, see if you can prove it for yourself, that it might be true, then you can start asking the right questions that last, and we've still got a chance that this next couple of weeks could be a glory of partying and evolution and explosion before Christmas. No more Restmas. Let's have solstice, 21st. The turning of the solstice this year is the turning of the tide. You're going one way, I'm going another, and there are others coming with me. A timeline fracture. And if when you see this video I've vanished, then you know where I am, and I'm happy, and I'm thinking about you guys that I left behind, and loving you with compassion, and just trying to do my best from my side of the energy, from the past. I'll be a beat behind you in your past, and you'll be in my future. And I'll know that if we keep ourselves under control, we get the rules set, we get a morality, a global morality, we set a society up that mimics the natural cycles, following the female menstrual cycle, and setting a society up for females, for women, so that they are comfortable in society, and men have to suck it up and find a new role in life, and it's going to be a brilliant one. You're going to be carers, nurturers, and you'll know what to do. Far from being emasculating, you'll feel like a true human being, a man, doing the job of a man, because you'll know what it is, and it's to care for the women so that they can evolve. So a glimpse of the future there, if you want my story. It's a promotional video. This video does include a paid advertisement, £2 second cup. Love rules. Do the work. Choose.